Welcome back, guys. I know it's been a while, but thanks for joining me again. I'm really excited. Today I'm going to be doing my favorite sloppy joe recipe, and I'm going to try it in the Ninja Foodi using the pressure cooker feature. And yeah, so I'm super excited about that. I am doing a double recipe so I can freeze some, and I'm going to be making it out of bison, so it's a little bit healthier. So let's get started. Alright, so here we've got 2 red bell peppers, 2 medium carrots, 1 large white onion, and about 6 cloves of garlic. So I'm just going to go ahead and start mincing everything up. So when you're doing peppers, you don't want the ribs and seeds because they're just not digestible. So go ahead and cut that out. You can also use a spoon or something to just kind of scrape at it and get it out. And the easiest way to cut peppers is from the inside out. I just want to get this in a nice dice. For the carrots, just discard the top. First, cut them in half. I'm just going to cut them into matchsticks first. And you could grate these if that's easier for you, because you do want to get them pretty small. So if I was cooking this for my brother or his kids, I would probably grate it, or I would use a food processor, just because they are big texture people. Cooking this in the Ninja Foodi using the pressure cooker feature will help with breaking this down a lot more. But they also don't really like to see things in their food. So getting it as small as possible is really important for them. For myself, I kind of like the different textures. So what you do want to make sure you do is put the flat side down as soon as you have one. That way you have a more stable surface to cut. Alright, and finally we've got the onion here. So some people will cut this way and then down. I like to cut kind of along the existing lines. And then you just cut straight down. And by leaving the root intact, you have something to hold on to, so you can cut further. See, that gives you really small pieces. So again, I just kind of follow the existing vein. I know I'm probably scaring y'all. Being at a weird angle, trying to give you a good shot. Alright, now for the garlic. Give it a good whack to release that peel. You can also use a meat mallet to do that. Sometimes I have busted little vessels in my hand when I'm trying to get out too many of the day's frustrations on my garlic. Very wet. There we go. paper. Alright, so for this, just similar to the onion, you can also just go ahead and just run it all the way through, and then we'll just run our knife back through the other way. Or if you have a garlic press, you can go ahead and use that as well. All of our veggies. I'm going to go ahead and gather up the rest of the ingredients. So we still need tomato sauce, tomato paste, some red wine vinegar, maple syrup, and brown sugar. Let's go ahead and turn this baby on. And I'm gonna do sear saute, and high will be fine for now. And we're just gonna let this heat up. Alright, so let's go ahead and add a little oil. And I have 2 pounds of ground bison. I'm gonna go ahead and break it up here with my chop and stir. So bison is a much leaner meat, and so I shouldn't have really anything to drain out after I cook this, which is great. You do remember when you're cooking in non-stick to use silicone or wood utensils, no metal. Go ahead and season this. I'm just gonna keep it simple with salt and pepper. Really want to try to break up this meat as best as you can. I'll let some of that water cook out, and then I'll add in my veggies. Okay, now that we've reduced much of that liquid out, we'll go ahead and add in our veggies that we chopped. So remember, we are pressure cooking this, so we don't have to cook these veggies down completely, but I do want to go ahead and let them sweat out a little bit, just to get that flavor developing. And also that way we can make sure that we have everything nice and broken up into small pieces. You don't really think of sloppy joes as healthy, but if you use something like bison or lamb, ground turkey, or even a vegan substitute, and then add in some extra veggies like the red bell pepper and the carrots, it really can be a pretty healthy meal. You could even serve it on some cauliflower rice or spelt toast or anything like that. You don't have to put it on a traditional hamburger bun. This is starting to look really, really good. Okay, so I'm gonna add in, this is about 3.5 tablespoons of light brown sugar. Just kind of let that start to melt into the meat. I also need 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. I have 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar and 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce here. Add this in. And then I need 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I have this really nice little tube of tomato paste. Makes it very convenient. Kind of mix this in, and we'll let this kind of combine. I have 3 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce, and then 8 ounces of water. So you don't want to stir this around too much. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And we will put the lid on here. And you want to make sure that your knob here is set to seal. We're just going to go over here, turn it on, and hit pressure cook, high, and we only want to do 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, we will let it natural release for 10 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and quick release the rest of the pressure and let it reduce if it needs to, and season it to taste. So I'll see y'all back here in a little bit. All right, so our 10 minutes are coming to an end. So we're gonna go ahead and turn the knob here to vent. All right, now that our pin has dropped here, let's go ahead and open this up and see what we've got. As you can tell, it is still rather thin, which I was expecting. You do need that extra liquid in there to make sure that it will come to pressure. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the saute function, and we're just going to let this saute for a little bit, just to let it reduce. And it really doesn't have far to go. But while that's coming up, I mean, just look how beautiful that is. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a taste. Oh my gosh. So good. And the vegetables are cooked all the way through, so that's perfect. And if you wanted with this recipe, you could omit the water, and you could even substitute another can of tomato sauce. And you could either cook this on slow cook, or how I used to do it is just on the stove and you let it simmer for about 40 minutes. I just really wanted to try doing it in the Instant Pot and see how that goes. I do like to add a little bit of smoked paprika. And I also like to add a little bit of red pepper flakes. That's totally optional for you. I think it just goes really well with the sweetness from the maple syrup and the brown sugar. Have a little bit of a heatness. And you can also do cayenne. That's delicious as well. You can already see it's thickening up really, really nicely. You do want to be careful though, since I have this on high and not on like a medium or a medium low. You just want to make sure that nothing burns to the bottom, because there is quite a bit of sugars in here that could burn. That's one thing you do have to be really careful about if you do this on the stovetop, is that you do go and stir it regularly. So like I said, this is a double recipe. I like to freeze it, and then I can just heat some up and have a great dinner. So this is the first time that I've actually done this in the pressure cooker, and I think that I would have gotten away just fine if I hadn't done the added water. Maybe just a half a can instead of a whole can, or just 4 ounces instead of 8 ounces. I think that would have been sufficient, because this really was, it ended up being quite a bit of liquid, but I just wanted to be safe. Make sure I didn't burn anything. You can always reduce the liquid out, but it can get kind of frustrating if your pot will not come to pressure and you're scorching the bottom. The same concept could be adapted to my bolognese sauce. And then also to a chili recipe. Anything along these lines. Now that we've let it reduce down for about 10 minutes on medium-low, you can see it's got this great consistency. gonna go ahead and plate this up and get my dinner ready. Hey guys, so I've got my sandwich all done here. Doesn't that look beautiful? And let's go ahead and give it a try. So I have some provolone cheese on the bottom. Oh wow. So beautiful. So messy. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. So I just split this roll and I toasted it. And then I put some provolone cheese and melted it on top. It's absolutely amazing. So good. The perfect sweetness and saltiness. The crustiness of the bread is awesome. Well, I hope you'll give this a try, and if you do, let me know. Let me know how it turns out. And if you have any recipes you want me to try out, let me know. I'll see you soon. Y'all have a super, super blessed day. Bye. Thank y'all so much for joining me tonight and letting me share my recipes and experiments with you. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And I'd love to hear any recommendations you have for what I can cook next, so let me know in the comments below. And please follow me on Instagram and Facebook to keep up with any updates, and share any pictures or comments if you try out one of my recipes. Well, I hope y'all have a super blessed night, and I'll see you soon. Bye!